back to Flipping Clean Mama. Today we are going to redo a mid-century modern coffee table. What kind of style is that, you ask? You know, the style that used to be in maybe your grandma's house or great-grandma's house for some of you young ones. But we're going to take that table and refresh it, love it, and make it look awesome again. So I hope that you'll stay tuned for the flip. But wait! Today, when I'm releasing this video, it is my birthday! You guessed it! And my husband gave me the most awesome gift to help me with my flips. So I hope you'll stay tuned to the end so you can see what my husband gave me. I can't wait to use it! Alright, without further ado, let's get flipping! Hey everyone, so let's get started on this flip. Like I said, we're going to be doing this mid-century modern coffee table. And we're going to start as always by cleaning our piece. Again today I'm using the TSP substitute called Sunnyside. But you can use any degreasing agent to clean your pieces. Dawn dish soap, crud cutter, anything that has a degreaser in it. Now I'm going to be removing the hardware, and again today I'm just using the screwdriver, but you can use a drill as well. That would speed up your process just a little bit. Here's a close-up of the hardware, and I spray painted this hardware silver and also top coated it. And in the future, I'll make a video of how you do the hardware. However, I did not show the hardware getting done on this video. As you see, there was my little helper. He loves to check out Mommy's videos when she's recording. So once you go through and clean the whole piece, you'll take a warm washcloth and go through and rinse it all off. And I used some wood filler here. This wood filler is from our local Ace hardware store. And filled some of the little nicks that were in my legs. I apply wood filler with a finger a lot. You can also use a putty knife. Just gets in those little holes and makes it smooth. I'll let it dry then, and we'll sand it down when I'm scuff sanding my whole piece in a little bit. Alright, we're going to use a 120 grit today to scuff sand this piece. And I'm using my Dewalt orbital sander. Just your basic sander you can buy off of Amazon or a hardware store for about $50 or $60. You want to go through and scuff up the whole coffee table. Especially today since I'm using Dixie Belle silk paint. And the silk paint does say on the label that you need to scuff sand first. Dixie Belle's silk paint has a primer in it and a top coat in it. So it's an all-in-one paint, which is really nice and saves you on a lot of steps. Alright, here I am sanding down the legs and getting that wood filler sanded smooth. Just a reminder, every time you sand, please wear a mask. You want to keep that sand dust out of your lungs. Your health is so much more important than any project. Here I'm just putting a little more wood filler on that corner and letting it dry. And then hand sanding the drawers and the details of the coffee table. Again with that 120 grit sandpaper. Then I'm just rinsing all that sand dust off with a wet cloth. So we're almost ready to paint. And like I said, today I'm painting with Dixie Belle Silk Mineral Paint, and the color is Quiet Cove. It's sort of a bluish gray mineral paint color. Originally I thought it was gray more in the container, but it is more of a bluish gray. And I really do like it. I'm using a Zibra round brush. With the Dixie Belle mineral paint, you want to make sure that you don't overwork the paint because it does have that top coat in it. And that round brush is really good for getting all the details, which I love about it. The Zebra brushes are such a great quality, and so if you have not checked them out, I would definitely go give them a try. Now off to those cool legs. I think anyone who loves that MCM style loves the legs the most. At least I know I do. Just a tip, when you're painting legs or anything round like that, a spindle or anything, make sure you're checking on all sides, because sometimes you can get a drip that you might miss. And here's after the first coat. Look at that great coverage with just one coat so far. And I went through and I sanded it, and now I am spraying off the sand dust so we can head into the second coat. Alright, here comes the second coat. Let me know in the comments, have you ever used Dixie Belle Silk Paint? I did put a poll up on Instagram before I painted this piece, whether I should do it gray or white. Originally I was thinking that this color I had in my cabinet was more of a gray, but it turns out to be more of that bluish gray, which I absolutely love. But the results of the poll were gray, but it was a pretty narrow margin on both Facebook and Instagram. But I am glad I did go with this Quiet Cove color. And if you haven't checked me out on Instagram or Facebook, I would love to see you over there at Flipping Clean Mama. Come on over and follow me, comment, private message me. I would love to talk to you. And of course, if you haven't followed me on here yet, click that subscribe button. I would love to keep you on my journey. Remember to stick around to the end, like I said in the beginning, to find out what my husband got me for my birthday. So make sure you stick around to the end to see what I got. I'm so excited to use it. Alright, now I'm off to do the top coat. I'm using Dixie Belle's clear coat in satin and using their applicator sponge. And their applicator sponge is probably my preferred way to put on the top coat nowadays. You can also use a sponge brush or a regular paintbrush as well. I just think the applicator sponge does such a great job with less streaks. And like I said previously, Dixie Belle Silk does have the top coat in it already, so a top coat is not necessary. However, this being a coffee table and having a lot of cups and books and whatnot on top of it, I thought it would be a great idea just to go ahead and put an extra coat of protection on there. I really strive to do the best quality work I can for my customers, and I want their pieces to really last. With the top coat, you want to make sure that you just don't overwork it or go back through it too many times. It will lead to big problems. And also, like I've said before, make sure you try to do it when it's a little cooler out and not as humid. Alright, here it is. I got a Wagner sprayer for my birthday. Woohoo! I'm so excited to try this sprayer. Does anybody else have this sprayer? And here's the final product, guys. It turned out beautifully. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And stay tuned for the numbers. picked up that coffee table on Facebook Marketplace for $10. What a steal, right? And then I got about $15 of paint in it and maybe $10 in top coat and other materials. So I'm going to give me a whole all-in price of $35. I listed this piece just yesterday on Facebook Marketplace for $150. That would give me a profit around $115. Of course, it hasn't sold yet. So when it does, I'll drop it in the description below on how much I sold it for and what profit I made. So stay tuned for that. All right. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you have a great week. Keep on flipping!